just a few remarks on linear and nonlinear optical spectroscopy, and then generally on the 3-5 semiconductor nanostructures that I will be talking about here. Then I want to talk about transient coherence spectroscopy and forward mixing, as well as photon echo, and how you can measure with these techniques excitons, pi excitons, and dephasing, and quantum wells, wires, and quantum dots in these materials. I want to talk about Rabi oscillations, first in quantum dot ensembles, and then with this technique of forward mixing on single individual quantum states, I want to discuss different topics like photon echo formation, Rabi oscillations, two-dimensional forward mixing, to look at optically dipole allowed between the upper edge of the valence band and the lower edge of the conduction band. And you get band structures which are typically, well, you can normally describe them like this. You have 3 different valence bands which come from the p-type character. One of them is split off by the spin-orbit interaction. Then we have the heavy and the light hole. And we have one conduction band which is reasonably isotropic and parabolic. And it has an S-type character. And we get a band gap depending on which kind of material we use. Tight cone, where these are the heavy holes here, where you have in the light cone essentially no energy splitting, but different radiative rates for the 2 polarizations that you can imagine here, the S and the P polarization. And outside the light cone, then you have no radiative rates anymore, so no damping, but you have a renormalization which depends on the polarization. So inside the light cone you have radiation, so you can couple to these excitons, and outside the light cone you have interface polaritons. Actually, this was a very simple 2-level system, so one is in the system. Then with the second pulse we create the density from this polarization, and after this we again can wait, and during this time now the density is propagating freely. And then with the third pulse we create from this density a third order polarization, and this is emitted and we can detect it. Which means that by changing these delay times we can actually probe both the density and the polarization dynamics. How can we detect these forward mixings this forward mixing signal in normal samples? Well, this is the formal description of this forward mixing, so a third order nonlinearity, the third order tensor. I want to describe mainly now here self-diffraction experiments where actually you use E2 equals to E3, which means that you cannot probe, and this is the biexciton.
The whole talk. Then I will present experimental technique which is used for that. It will be femtosecond, picosecond pump probe Faraday rotation. And then there will be 3 parts with the original experiments and with illustrations. The first part would be about spin coherence in quantum wells, then spin coherence in quantum dots, and then I will concentrate more about the mode locking of spin coherences in the quantum dots. So there will be only one slide for the motivation for the use in spin, because I don't like to bother you with these topics, or the quantum computing and the qubits. It's a very different field and very broad field. I think that you are already heard about that also. But the idea is that in Q1, the spin will flip in the opposite direction. Or if we have ensembled all the electrons, thousands of the electrons, all aligned in one direction, then after time T1, there would be a random distribution of the spin and there would be no favorable direction for polarization. And there is another time, T2 time, which I would mainly talk today in my talk. And this time is related to the spin coherence. So if we excite these 2 levels, spin-split levels, by the laser light, and the spectral width of this light would be larger than the energy distance between these 2 spins, we will simultaneously excite both levels. So, and in this case, we will excite. So, this is example of the spectrum of the cadmium-telluride, cadmium-magnesium telluride quantum wells. Actually, you might think about this structure also in the term of the gallium arsenide, aluminum gallium arsenide contour wells, because most of the physics are the same, only the Coulombic interaction is a little bit stronger. So those who are not familiar with the 2,6 contour wells, you may think that this is gallium arsenide, aluminum gallium arsenide structure. And in luminescent spectrum of this structure with a very diluted electron gas, it's only few 10 power 10 electrons.
Тут всегда поют птицы. Потрясающе. Я вообще блевал.
Мне очень понравилось. Пиво вообще идет.
Да пиво-то идет, но я все равно с него блевал. Но правда сегодня утром опять чувствую себя хорошо.
Я когда в России, если перепьешь просто, потом еле живой.
Ну, в общем, да. Это так.
Пиво все-таки хорошее.
Хорошее, но, по крайней мере, мне его много пить нельзя все равно.
Ну, понятно, это же... Вчера неплохо посидели.
Да, неплохо. Но некоторые люди, по-моему, после этого на меня как-то косо поглядывают.
Какие?
Ну, не буду говорить, какие, но есть.
Олег?
Ну...
You need a match with a very high accuracy that this laser met the resonance of the quantum dot, which is never seen. Here in the case of the ensemble, we're free of this problem. And requirements for this observation of the mode locking, we should have an ensemble of electrons, spins. We know that if the spins are localized, then they keep coherence longer, so most probably should be an ensemble of the localized spin. We need that the coherence time of individual spin, T2, is much longer than the diffusion period of our laser, and we need some dispersion of the precession frequency. And by the end of my talk, I would like to show you the very recent result, and this belongs to the mode locking and to the very long, ultra long, memory times, which can be absorbed with mode locking protocol. What has been done? So this picture you have seen already. We are playing with the two layers. This is the 1 pump only switched on, so absorb signal only around the 0 time delay. This is the signal when the 2 pumps are switched on, second pump is here, and we absorb this echoes of the oscillation. And in this case, we know that we reconstruct Lucas, Marina Yugova, Olsen, Ludmila Kokina, Marcus Milan, Marcus Peterick, Manfred Bayer. Not all people from this list belongs to the Dortmund. Some of them are visiting us, like Marcin, Lenia, and Lina. And we are very thankful for this collaboration. Theory comes from the European Institute of Physics from St. Petersburg with Mikhail Mladov and Evgeny Ivchenko. And this was an understanding of the processes in the quantum world and what happened in the quantum dot. We are collaborating with Alexander Echos and Andrei Shamay from the Naval Research Lab. And samples come from the Institute of Physics, Greg Karczewski, Tomasz Bajkowicz, and Jacek Kozul. This is a long-term collaboration.
Musimy na górę.
Ale tutaj co? Znowu się pomyliliśmy?
O.
Nie wiem, bo to był to elegancki,
And I don't know. In Polish is country where when Catholicism, and in Czechia.
In Czech it's, I don't know, maybe half to half. I don't know.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Ale co znałem.
Nature.
To co znałem, to co jest w publicznej świadomości.
Nature is Nice.
Yeah.
Sky, sun, mountain, woods, sosna in Polish it's
Oh, I don't know much about trees, but it isn't so. I don't know. Maybe
in Russian it's maybe not sosna, елка.
Jodła u nas.
Jodła.
Jodła.
One moment, please. Oh. Let's go.
I always say that nature is so beautiful because
Parking. Well, let's go.
The G factor or the emission energy of.
So can you repeat your question? I
Yeah.
will just open the slide.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, because on the KT with the energy,
Yeah.
it's the exciton emission energy, yeah, from the quantum dots.
Actually, what is shown here, of course, this is the exciton, but exciton is linked to the band gap.
Yeah, but so the
And what we observe here is a dispersion, but this dispersion is formed not so much by the exciton energy, differences in exciton energy, but more in the differences in the band gaps.
so you assume that you're all dots the same shape, yeah, because then because this broadening can also be caused by the different volume of the dot, by the different size of the dot. Isn't it?
So your question is the following. So there are two contributions in this broadening.
Yeah.
One contribution is just we can forget about excitons. We say that our dots has a little bit different sizes, different quantum confinement conditions, different band gap. Same band gap.
Who feel that asked the most important question?
I will choose the most important. There was a girl at the beginning she asked a lot of questions.
Which one?
Sitting here behind.
Yes, you may give it again to somebody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Now, it's not finished yet because I was told that the chairman of the tutorial, chairman of the conference should wear something official during the opening address and closing address. So let me. Okay, now I can officially close the tutorial session of Jaszowiec 2007. Thank you for your participation, for your active work on the field of semiconductor nanostructures. And I hope that we will meet together next time. Remember that Jaszowiec is a very friendly environment, and bring your friends, wife, children, everybody to the next conference. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Nie, ale mój... Szedłem na dwór pierwszy raz, to myślałem, że mi się poprze. No to ja.
Nie, ja mam na szczęście patrzeć.
Góry. Góry i konfety.
Tak. I wiecie, tak do skrupania, takie aniołki chodzą, nie?
Światło to widać, to oczywiście gaśnie.
To wyszło. Ale jakieś coś tam.
Nie mam. Ale mogę zobaczyć. Ja mogę. Ale słuchaj, trzeba coś nacisnąć, żeby było jakieś światełko. Jego nie ma światełka.
Nie ma, no jest światełko.
Odbija się.
Вот свежий.
Это барьер. Вот. Ну, предполагаем, что по оценке энергии, насколько они отщеплены, легкая от тяжелого.
And we
Это вы случайно не ему купили? Попросил. Он сначала меня посылал, но что-то как-то я не послался, поэтому он решил вас послать.
Мы решили спасти.
Да, я понимаю. О, хорошо пошла. Звездочка красивая. Сейчас мы. Как она мерцает. Флуктуация атмосферы — это что-то. Звездочка — это планета. До конца. Ладно. Окей. Ага, Лисконтинин. Еще поделимся своими соображениями. Ну да, ну и что еще? Ну еще, конечно, пиво, ну и можно познакомиться, соответственно. Если ты парень с прикольной девчонкой, ну а если девчонка, то с прикольным парнем, ну не знаю, что там у девчонок, но это их личное дело. Ну, нормально, прикольно, напоминает современный пионерский лагерь, где пионеры бухают, квасят, курят, развратничают. Мне это не nравится.
Jak opowiada jakiś kawał o zakonnicach. Ja zapomniałem, jak jest zakonnica i tłumaczę twist woman.
Beautiful flower. Nie, zwykle.
Ale na Biblii to nie było.
It's new expression for me. It's very nice.
Yeah. Teraz jak to się trzyma. To jest o takie...
Przestańcie.
A nie, to...
Może otworzymy.
Jest równowaga sztywna, więc nie ma się co martwić. Ale ładnie.
From here we look our hotel.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Oh. It's shadow.
Shadows. Shadow from the forest.
Yes.
It's not so hot in the shadow.
Widziałeś, że są dziewczyny, czyli dziewczyna z drugiego roku?
Tak?
Taka takie koronkowej, no wszystko widać, no. jest taka moda dziewczynka rękawy.
Jak jest taka, to ja pewnie jej nie zauważyłem.
Chyba jesteś jedynym mężczyzną, który nie zauważył. Wszyscy na nią tak gapili. Ale nic pod spodem nie miała. Ona tylko leginki.
Nie dla mnie takie atrakcje.
No ale to by nie zauważyć.
Nie, ja jestem taki mało spostrzegawczy na takie rzeczy. Jarek mi musiał mówić, jak studentka do mnie przyszła specjalnie w szybkiej spódnicy.
Żeby to za zaliczenie, tak?
No ja dopiero jak mi powiedział, to sobie zdałem z tego sprawę.
A u was nawet doktoranci na pierwszym roku prowadzą zajęcie, tak?
Tak, no ale to chyba przez pomyłkę było w tym roku. Bo Taranko później nam powiedział, że to w sumie nie powinniśmy...
Nie, ja też prowadziłam na pierwszym roku.
Tak.
Beautiful picture.
This is roller coaster. What is this? Oh, this is something too fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
American mountains.
Yeah, American mountains.
In Russian transcription.
Yeah. Oh. End of the road. You must get out. Jeszcze kawałek można?
Hey!
What?
He talking to them. It's 5:30. It's end of the road. Oh.
Программа «Воспоминания» for the case of the whole metal. What was the big thing? In the real structure, the resonance is moved out in the separation between metal. Besides, it probably depends on the surface morphology and film thickness in case of the film field. However, use this calculation to approximate the real special torch in each single metallic film. This considered method determine resonance. Потом this is proportional to the power of the vector. Conversion proportional to the vector derivative of the frequency. Emission probably, when you calculate resonance, depends on the photon density of states. This is the meaning of the partial effect. In the case of occipital coordination, it is given by the following equation. And we can see that the rate of the spontaneous coordination rate is proportional to the photon. We have studied several symbols of universal structures containing self-organizers, carbon synapses, grown by molecular building. All symbols have the same structure. But we will come. In the case of the energy band bending, the point underneath peak must be redshift. Second, but as not typical for the quantum, for the cardinal solenoid quantum source, the combination is very temperature dependent. And the third reduces spectral diffusion, certain time control information. Low temperature, the element probability of the Hawking process. Most of the carriers, the combinate before they have spirals of event. Accordingly, the probability of this delay in the power sample is small. About 10 really occur for the probability of grand energy dependence on temperature. The temperature doesn't follow the temperature dependent
Gold film on the top to extract the light. No. That's only that. I'm a little bit confused that, let's say you get light out of them even though you have higher radiative rates. Okay, maybe this is because it cannot be extracted, but why is the temperature dependence even worse than the uncoated one? Because if you have a faster radiative process, the temperature difference should get less, but you see a higher temperature difference of the photoluminescence efficiency. Could you go back to this slide? Could you go back to the slides before? Yeah, this one. Yeah. You see the red curve goes down more than the blue curve, even though you claim that the radiative is increased by a factor of 10 or so.
Any more questions?
Do you see that the variance between distance between your quantum dots and the surface between? Because if it is the actual
Как продается?
А?
Как продается?
Ничего, 2 человека уже.
О, много. Со мной поговорил тут, значит, Дмитрий Яковлев, но просто в этом никакой моей заслуги не было, просто он знает моего шефа, поэтому подошел поинтересовался, чего там такое. Так он просто не вызвал. Ну, как бы, ну, собственно, он так и сделал. Слишком много рисунков. Сколько заплатил за то, чтобы распечатать постер?
16, стоп, это тебе в долларах надо говорить. Сейчас подумаю.
Ну или в евро.
А?
Или в евро.
Не, мне в долларах точно, потому что у нас 5 долларов, я знаю точно. Значит, в долларах это у нас 3 доллара.
3 доллара. Дешево.
Да я сам удивился, потому что как бы цветной и на один.
Я-то за свой 300 рублей, это там раз, два, три, четыре, порядка, по-моему, 12.
А, это твой Санчо?
Да.
Okay, you are free now. Can you tell me something about your work? And everything.
A w robocie tak samo, wiesz, no, nagle masz możliwości zrobić więcej, no to jak chcesz się, wiesz, i brzuszek boli, słuchaj, no bo wiesz, no, tak jak na przy stole masz tutaj, wiesz, stoi różnych pięknych smakołyków, no to jak żeś kiedy to stoi, tak pierdzielać, także potem brzuch może przypnąć, nie?
have to go to the next one. Come on.
I think
so fast, yeah. We must hurry because others are. We must catch them.
This cassette soon finished, unfortunately. It's natural or artificial walls.
Yeah, I understand.
I think they're natural.
It's natural.
Ooh.
Na przystawcie! Poczekaj, bo cię zapach nie wprowadzi. Raz, dwa.
No problem. It's no problem. Батарея садится, потом заканчивается. Йоу. Что, как дела, господа великие ученые?
Дела просто. Работа.
Покажите. Да, вижу.
Как всегда.
Ну как, последний день? Не жалко уезжать?
Очень жалко. Уже не хотим уезжать, хотим остаться. Еще месячишка.
Здесь.
Это мнение все разделяют?
Да, поднимите руки.
Давайте проголосуем. О, даже две.
Белая мать.
Понятно. Понятно.
Departure from here. So before we do it, I would like just to share with you last remarks and give you some information about the future.
Александр, великий ученый, какие планы дальше?
Ну дальше, что? Еще дальше ультрафиолет, куда же он денется? Посмотрим, что из этого выйдет.
This photo, yeah? Yes. It's better.